16 years after Gamera last hit the silver screen, Dai decides to reboot the series for the modern era. But did it work? Yes, this movie slaps. It slaps so fucking hard. This movie is a certified banger from start to finish. Right from the opening, we have so much energy and life in every aspect of this film, from the performances to the camera work to the editing, which makes some choices along the way. It rarely lets the pace slow, and even when it does, the characters are engaging enough that they hold your attention. And that's equally surprising because most of the times when the energy does dip, it is expositional scenes. With this reboot comes a lot of recontextualization, with Gamera and Gauss being products of a bygone civilization, with the former being created to destroy the latter. No longer are they just kind of enemies for the sake of it, now they are mortal enemies, and Gamera's purpose is now to be the saviour of the Earth right from the outset. I like this change. Not only does it allow for more mystery and intrigue in the first half of the film, but it also allows the conflict to feel grander and more mythic, something that is aided by the style of the film as a whole. We also get a recontextualization of Gamera being a friend to all children, with one of the core characters being a schoolgirl who was gifted a metal comma found on what is later discovered to be Gamera. This later forges a psychic connection between the girl and Gamera, and again this is just a neat twist on one of Gamera's core things. The cinematography is dynamic and fluid and really helps give these monsters a sense of scale, and whilst they are still men in suits, they never really feel like it. In the first act, we're only really given hints at the monsters. They hold off on showing us what they actually fully look like, which is nice. It's a tried and true method to build suspense around a monster, and it works really well here. However, that's not to say that this movie doesn't give us these monsters in all their glory. Once they are revealed, we get plenty of hero shots, especially after Gauss is killed, with Gamera roaring in front of an explosion being an instantly iconic standout. And boy, do the updated designs work. Again, they rarely feel like men in suits and do feel like something grander. They're grounded and rough and really do feel big and heavy. The effects work is, as you'd expect, greatly improved. CGI is now an option, but they smartly use it sparingly, considering the era in which this was made and also this film's budget. Everything blends really well, and I'm very rarely taken out of the film by seams or halos or things just moving in a way that you just wouldn't expect. On the whole, it's just very effectively made. I've already said what I think very bluntly up top. This is one of my favourites so far. Sure, that may partly be because we're moving to a more modern era now, so the clunkiness born of old production techniques and old storytelling methods are moving away to the more modern ones that I am used to because that's what I grew up on as a Gen Z fuck. But nonetheless, this does work for me. I am just, in general, very excited to see how this trilogy develops going forward. Speaking of the trilogy, next on this list is the direct sequel to this film, Gamera 2, Attack of Legion.